Kendall Jett, Claremont County Future Little is ready to prowl and pounce to bring awareness to animal conservation. Nearly 80% of wild cheetahs coexist near livestock farms, causing conflict. Today, the Cincinnati Zoo conserves the cheetah population safely in rural Claremont County to study their behaviors. This information helps farmers to understand how to coexist with cheetahs in areas where they are wild, protected, and prevalent. From a prowl to a full cheetah run, Kendall Jett, your 2020 Claremont County Future Little, is off to conserve the kitties and learn how to protect your livestock from predators.
"2020 Miami County Little Miss Agriculture USA is representing all of the farmers involved in pig showing. Tilly loves showing her pigs all year round and all over Ohio. When Tilly is showing pigs, she uses a show stick, a brush, and a towel. There are many women involved in raising and showing pigs. Livestock exhibition is a great way for farms to showcase their genetics. Ohio ranks 8th in the nation in hog production. In 2017, America's Pig Farmer of the Year was Leslie McCuston, the first woman to ever earn that title. Tilly cannot wait to show her pigs this year. Delectable and savory. Kylie Bussum, Claremont County Petite Miss Agriculture USA, stalks around as her favorite vegetable, asparagus. Growth of asparagus is abundant in Ohio and marks the beginning of the spring crop season. Asparagus is a superfood packed with vitamins and minerals. Kylie's favorite fact about asparagus is that it makes your urine stinky, but only select people can smell the odor. Asparagus can be enjoyed in various ways, but Kylie's favorite is drizzled in olive oil, sprinkled with garlic salt and Parmesan, then broiled. Kylie hopes you'll grab some locally grown asparagus at a farm near you. Yum!
Kennedy Swigert, 2020 Miami County Petite Miss Agriculture USA, has chosen to represent agriculture with feed sacks for her agwear. These feed sacks are used to represent the feed industry, which also represents the livestock and grain industries. Kennedy and her family raise livestock, corn, soybeans, and wheat. Ohio is ranked 6th nationally in soybean production, 8th in pork production, and 23rd in beef production. Surprisingly, 33% of all corn raised in Ohio returns to the market as animal feed. Their pigs will eat around 17 50-pound bags of feed from birth to market. Kennedy is wearing an Odyssey show feed bag that has been recycled into a lovely skirt. Her skirt is made from the feed bag that her hog feed comes in. Kennedy is tying it all together with an upcycled feed bag made into a purse. Nothing is prettier than a sunflower. Katie Wolfer, Brown County Junior Miss Agriculture USA, is ready to hand anyone a sunflower to brighten their day. Sunflowers have multiple uses, which include milling for flour or meal production to make bread and cakes. Seeds are roasted, cracked, and eaten whole or as a snack. Although miniature sunflower varieties are about 2 feet tall, giant varieties can grow over 10 feet tall. Standard sunflowers are usually between 6 to 10 feet in height. Giant sunflowers can grow 15 to 20 feet. The world record sunflower reached a height of 30 feet 1 inches, grown in 2014. Sowing a new row every 2 to 3 weeks will have you enjoying continuous blooms until the first frost. These beautiful summery flowers grow eye-catching yellow golden petals with a brown center full of sunflower seeds that birds love. Looking at the sunflower is mesmerizing as they turn their faces towards the sun throughout the day. Just like Katie, sunflowers are bright and cheerful. This is Lillian Stutz, 2020 Claremont County Junior Miss Agriculture USA. She is wearing overalls in a cow pasture.
Quack, quack! Rayanne Karras, Erie County Junior Miss Agriculture USA, is waddling in from her hometown of Castalia, home of the duck pond that never freezes. She is representing the male mallard duck. They are the ducks with the pretty green head and neck. Females in the duck pond are brown so they can hide from predators. When most ducks migrate for the winter, the ducks in Castalia stay put. The freshwater pond is fed by artesian springs and remains ice-free, connecting to the bottomless blue hole. Over 1,000 ducks and geese can congregate in the pond during the winter months. The blue hole was once a tourist attraction with its underground springs. Unfortunately, the blue hole closed to the public in the 1990s, but many ducks remain in the Castalia Duck Pond. Every spring, Rayanne enjoys seeing all the new baby ducklings waddling around the village, especially the beautiful mallard duck.
Caitlin Hall, 2020 Miami County Junior Miss Agriculture USA, is representing the wheat industry by representing a scarecrow. Wheat is the number 3 agricultural commodity in Ohio. 1 bushel of wheat contains approximately 1 million kernels. The bushel also makes about 42 pounds of white flour and 60 pounds of whole wheat flour. Straw is a byproduct of the harvest of the grain. It is a dry stalk that is left over. Straw can be used in many different ways, including fuel, livestock bedding, and fodder, thatching, and basket making. Caitlin's favorite use for straw is bedding for the pigs, hay rides, and stuffing the scarecrows. Scarecrows are made by stuffing straw into clothes and using them to scare away the birds from gardens. The most famous scarecrow is possibly the scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. Unlike the scarecrow in the book, Caitlin does have a brain.
2020 Sandusky County Junior Miss Agriculture USA, Ainsley Wagoner, is representing the Heinz Company as their most popular product, ketchup. Ainsley lives in Fremont, Ohio, which is the home of the largest ketchup producer of the H.J. Heinz Company. The plant churns out the equivalent of 4.1 million 14-ounce bottles every single day. The Heinz tomato has become world-renowned for its unequal texture, giving the ketchup the thick, rich flavor we all love. An interesting fact about Heinz is they ensure that every bit of tomato that doesn't go into their ketchup is salvaged and reutilized as feed, compost, or fertilizer to grow more crops. How about that for reducing waste? Heinz also plays a role of advocating for agriculture, as they have created agriculture development projects to teach tomato conservation and conservation farming to farms around the world.
Kaliesin Brzezinski, 2020 Belmont County Teen Miss Agriculture USA, has chosen to represent the pig. The reason she chose a pig is because they seem to be an underestimated animal. When most people think of pigs, they think of sayings like live like a pig, messy as a pig, and her all-time favorite, dirty as a pig. Pigs are actually very good housekeepers. They like their beds to be fluffy and clean. They never go to the bathroom, but in their bathroom area of their pens. They like their food and water bowls to be clean and will keep them that way as much as they can. They are very friendly animals that love attention and are very smart. After spending some time with them, they are much like dogs. She has pigs that are pets and pigs that they raise for meat for local people. Each of her pigs are loved very much.
From pasture to picnic, beef cattle provide fun and nutrition. Bailey Joy Davis, 2020 Brown County Teen Miss Agriculture USA, is ready for a fun-filled summer of fairs, festivals, and cookouts. Beef cattle are raised primarily for meat production. Beef is rich in nutrients that can help keep us strong and healthy. There are many different breeds of beef cattle. Her favorite is the Chianina breed. This breed originated in Italy and is one of the largest and oldest breeds in the world. Beef cattle aren't only used for meat. Some of the other parts of the animal can be used for edible products such as margarine and marshmallows. Non-edible products include leather, cosmetics, and crayons. Out of all the products that can come from one animal, Bailey Joy's favorite is ground beef. She loves a good burger, hot off the grill.
You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Did you know most playing cards are made with cellulose, a byproduct of fibrous flora? Both hardwood and softwood are used in production along with cotton. Trees are planted and harvested in the making of playing cards. These trees are produced around the world. Kivrin's outfit is designed with 5 decks of playing cards. They are stapled together and a ribbon down the back holding it all together. She is holding a royal flush in each hand. The well-known printing company of Russell and Morgan began printing cards in 1881 in Cincinnati, Ohio. The company is presently known as the United States Playing Card Company and is the largest manufacturer of playing cards in the world and sells more than 1 million decks per year.
Frankie Travis, 2020 Greene County Teen Miss Agriculture USA, is representing an Ohio dairy hauler, and she is moving milk. There are 101 active dairy haulers in Ohio who transport around 1,900 local dairy farms. Raw milk is transported in a semi-tanker or a straight truck to a processing facility where it is processed for consumers. A straight truck can transport around 4,000 to 5,000 gallons, and a semi-tanker holds around 7,000 to 8,000 gallons. All dairy haulers have a dairy hauler's license to pick up and transport milk from farms. The hauler takes a sample out of each tank using a dipper, and it is also tested for antibiotics. The hauler also writes the weight of the milk to be transported from each farm before it gets pumped onto the truck. There are absolutely no antibiotics on any milk loads that are pumped off at a processing plant. Ohio farms have produced over 5 billion pounds of milk, or 605 million gallons of milk.
Kaylin Kinnan, 2020 Henry County Teen Miss Agriculture USA, wants you to know that pigs are her passion. Did you know it takes about 7 months from birth until a pig is ready for market? Pigs are a very clean and smart animal. If given the opportunity, they will have a very organized pen. They will have one area for feeding, one area for drinking, one area for sleeping, and one area for their restroom. The Buckeye State ranks number 8 for pork production with 2.8 million pigs in Ohio.
Sydney Harris, 2020 Crawford County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing agriculture law. Agriculture is one of the most regulated industries in our society at present. Agriculture law is a relatively new extension of law. When in the mid-1980s, it was noted that the production of food and fibers required special legal action at the federal and state levels. Agriculture lawyers serve to help farmers, ranchers, and agricultural producers with matters associated with crop growing, land use, farming operation and rights, and environmental issues, to name a few. Sydney's future goal is to become an agriculture lawyer and serve her community.
The coal mining industry has been responsible for the development of transportation, machinery, electricity, and farming. Faith Galovich, Harrison County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing the coal mining industry. In the late 1900s, Harrison County's agricultural economy was forever changed by the discovery of the deposit of coal beneath the Earth's surface. Harrison County became a top coal-producing county for the state of Ohio. Harrison County is the home of Ida Mae Still, who was nationally recognized as the country's first woman coal miner. She worked as a child and into her adult years in the Harrison County coal mines. Mae's grandfather worked as a welder, creating the Silver Spade, the largest mining shovel in the history that was created for the use of strip mining.
Cheyenne Watson, Highland County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing one of her favorite parts of agriculture, apiculture in Ohio. The town where Cheyenne attends university is known as the Mecca of beekeeping, thanks to an innovation of Lorenzo Langstroth in 1851, the modern beehive. Through Miami Apiculture Society, Cheyenne is under the mentorship of Alex Zomchek, one of 3 master beekeepers in the state. There are over 9,000 apiaries in Ohio. Around 66 reside in Highland County. That's a whole lot of honey in Ohio. Honeybees keep crops pollinated, and without them, there would be significantly less food for our animals and for us to enjoy. Cheyenne always buys local honey and honey-related products, often going to the farmer's market or produce stands. This allows her to buy honey produced less than a few miles away, and she encourages everyone to do the same.
Rising up in a time of need, these superheroes don't wear capes, but rather scrubs or lab coats. Kirsten is dressed as a certain type of hero of agriculture, veterinarians. With about 3,000 students graduating each year, there are a total of 30 schools and colleges of veterinary medicine in the U.S. In 2015, veterinary services accounted for more than 23,000 jobs in Ohio, and these jobs contributed to more than 800 million wages for Ohio workers. There are many duties of a veterinarian, such as providing care for companion animals through medical practices, making sure the nation's food supply is safe, working to control the spread of disease, and conducting research that helps both animals and humans. Veterinarians are at the forefront of protecting the public's health and welfare. Kirsten would like you to take this time to remind you to thank our veterinarians.
Did you know that Columbus, Ohio is home to the largest single-breed horse show in the world? Cheyenne Engelman, Medina County Miss Agriculture USA, tells us the All-American Quarter Horse Congress is held at the 360-acre Ohio Expo Center and State Fairgrounds in Columbus, Ohio, and is hosted by the Ohio Quarter Horse Association. This event attracts over 25,000 entrants and over 650,000 attendees. The 3-week-long event is both a horse show and trade show, attracting vendors and exhibitors from around the world. Exhibitors from a variety of disciplines compete for cash prizes, medals, trophies, saddles, and even trailers. Cheyenne is wearing a modern Western outfit that would be seen in classes like trail, horsemanship, Western riding, and Western pleasure. She is proud to be part of one of Ohio's biggest industries by showing horses.
Jessie Donahue got her inspiration for her outfit from Miss Piggy with her luscious boas and high heels. Jessie is dressed as the China Poland Hog. The China Poland Hog was first bred in the Hankinson Farm in Blue Ball, Warren County, Ohio in 1816. When visiting Warren County, you can find a monument dedicated to the accomplishment of where the hog was originally bred. The China Poland is a cross between the Berkshire and the Hampshire pig. They are known for their all-black body and white hooves. She chose to dress as the China Poland because of her love of showing hogs through FFA.
Popcorn, corn on the cob, corn souffle. Your 2020 Miss Pickaway County Ambrosia Haven doesn't care how it comes, just feed her corn. As America's biggest agricultural commodity, corn could be called the queen of agriculture. The United States grows over 90 million acres of corn for feed, industrial products, and food and beverage products. Pickaway County grew 92,000 acres of corn last year to help Ohio be the 8th largest producer of corn in the U.S. Here in Ohio, we love corn so much, we have 8 corn festivals, a popcorn museum, and Cornhenge, an art installation of 109 6-foot-tall concrete corn cobs. "2020 Portage County Miss Agriculture USA Ava Loneman is dressed as a plant geneticist. She is wearing protective goggles, a lab coat, and is holding the chemical model for cellulose, the main constituent of plant cell walls. This is a typical outfit Ava could be seen wearing while working in the lab. She enjoys sharing knowledge about plants and serves as a lab assistant and tutor for the plant and animal biology courses at her university. Did you know that agriculture was the first science known to mankind? Without agriculture, humanity would likely have remained a nomadic hunter-gatherer society and would not have had the scientific or global development of today. Agriculture is not only a part of STEM, but it is the parent of many scientific innovations. Mendelian inheritance, arguably the greatest biological advancement in genetic studies, was discovered by Gregor Mendel, the monk gardener, while growing peas to feed others at his monastery.
Being part of a show horse community, Miranda Berger, 2020 Putnam County Miss Agriculture USA, is very involved with different national and state organizations. Miranda is representing youth equestrian activities in Ohio. For example, OWHA, OQPA, and Teens in Roping. Ohio has over 1,000 shows and rodeos a year, where horses and the riders learn patterns to present to a judge, are judged in a speed of a pattern and accuracy of their rope throwing abilities. Miranda has competed at the Ohio State Fair multiple times, and she has placed in the top 10 over 5 times in ground roping. She enjoys teaching younger members in 4-H, FFA, and doing demonstrations on how to ground rope and the importance of safety when throwing.
Samantha Green, 2020 Trumbull County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing an agricultural sport that has been in her family for many years for her agwear, the sport of rodeo. Rodeo grew out of the cattle industry and continues to grow every day. The main events you will see when attending a rodeo are bull riding, barrel racing, saddle and bareback bronc riding, steer wrestling, team roping, and calf roping. Samantha has competed in barrel racing since she was little and still currently travels to compete. When barrel racing was first introduced to rodeo, it was created for women, but now men and women are allowed to compete in the event. Samantha hopes to continue helping teach people about agriculture everywhere she gets to travel.
Nothing runs like a deer. Lily Hulbert, 2020 Williams County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing the mechanic side of agriculture. Did you know there are 130,174 women in the U.S. who are in the automotive and maintenance field? Drawn by good pay, more and more women have been drawn to working in the mechanic field. With the company John Deere, women were very popular during the late 19th and 20th century. By 1918, 5% of Deere employees were women. In 1919, Deere issued an internal company policy on hiring practices which stated, when equally valued with men on work, they should receive the same pay.
In Kirsten Wood's family, they put excellence in motion. Being the third generation in the family-owned trucking company, she understands how important it is for goods to be transferred across country during difficult times in a timely manner, including during the COVID-19 pandemic. She works alongside her father, uncle, and other office associates during this critical time to help get loads in and out as efficiently as possible to those who need products. All in all, if you bought it, a truck brought it. And that's how truckers drive America.
Sarah Galvich, 2020 Belmont County Miss Agriculture USA, looks forward to the Barnesville Pumpkin Festival every year. On Thursdays, before the weekend festival starts, the streets are lined with trucks loaded down with giant pumpkins waiting weigh-in in hope that they grew the king pumpkin. The festival has been a tradition for 57 years. The first king pumpkin weighed 72 pounds. The record-breaking pumpkin at the festival was 2,150 pounds, grown in 2017. The festival unites the community by getting everyone involved in growing giant pumpkins. As a child, Sarah and her father tried their hand at growing a king pumpkin. They even won the closest to 300-pound category. If you find yourself in Belmont County, Ohio, during the last weekend in September, make sure to come to the Barnesville Pumpkin Festival to take a photo with the king pumpkin and to have some delicious pumpkin ice. Before tractors were invented, farmers had to use horses to plant and to harvest their fields. But in 1892, the tractor was invented. Since then, tractors are one of the main tools farmers use. From the fields to taking hay out to livestock, you will always see a tractor on a farm.
If you were from Clark County, like Elizabeth Delaney, the 2020 Clark County Ms. Agriculture USA, you've probably been to or heard about Young's Jersey Dairy. And if you hadn't, then it's something that you need to consider. Did you know that Jerseys produce the highest quality milk for human consumption? Compared to average milk, a glass of Jersey milk has greater nutritional value, 15% to 20% more protein, making it a great choice for a post-workout refreshment. Along with other nutrients, Jersey milk also has considerably higher levels of the essential vitamin B12. The smaller, more efficient Jersey cow is the solution to challenges of profitability and sustainability confronting dairy owners.
Cecilia might seem a little corny, but she is here to share some corn facts with you. The silk on an ear of corn catches pollen falling from the tassels. Each silk produces its own kernel of corn. The cob of the corn is part of the flour, and the kernels are the seeds. The U.S. produces about 42% of the world's corn. America is the largest producer of corn in the world. Corn is grown on every continent but Antarctica. Each ear of corn has an even number of rows, for example, 14, 16, 18 rows. Did you even enjoy soda pop? 1 bushel of corn can sweeten 400 or more cans. 1 acre of corn eliminates 8 tons of carbon dioxide from the air. You can say, corn is pretty amazing. Are you ready for a tasty, sweet treat? Abby Wursler, 2020 Wayne County Miss Agriculture USA, is representing the apple industry. In the apple orchard, a tree needs approximately an inch of water each week for growth and the energy of 50 leaves to produce a ripe, red, juicy apple. While producing a nutritious product, a tree also provides home for wildlife. Did you know that apples are the second most valuable and most consumed fruit in America? The U.S. grows over 100 different varieties of apples. In addition to being good to the core, apples provide great health benefits. They are an excellent source of fiber and natural sugar. Abby's favorite apple treat is warm apple crisp. What is yours? Apple pie, apple sauce, apple strudel, or possibly apple cider? They are all appealing. Agriculture will always be the apple of Abby's eye.
Pumpkin spice and everything nice. That's what fall is made of. Tammy Bessig, Clermont County Elite Ms. Agriculture USA says, "'Tis the season to be orange and spicy in her pumpkin dress." Ohio ranks third in overall pumpkin production, harvesting over 1 million pumpkins on just over 6,000 acres. Pumpkins, a fruit by nature, are often confused for a vegetable because of their warm and savory taste. Being low in calories and high in fiber, pumpkins are a superfood and an American favorite. Yearly pumpkin-flavored sales total over $414 million. Now that will make you say, "Oh my gourd."
Recently, we have heard the phrase supply chain used frequently on the evening news. Between the farmer's pasture and your local meat counter is the USDA food inspector. Food inspectors provide a critical function, which is essentially making sure our nation's food supply is safe to eat. They examine food animals in privately owned meat and poultry plants and maintain sanitation procedures. They do this job before and after processing to ensure the product is not contaminated. They work long hours to ensure the product is safe to eat and compliant with federal laws.